That's one thing that T1's comp doesn't do. Unless Faker has hijacked the Grand Starfall, we can come up here and help out. Owner aware of this. Have a control ward, though, in the pit. I don't think Owner can really stop this. He is going to come over here and verify that, in fact, this Dragon is going. He'll be flashing for a 50-50, though.
It's feeling a little bit like a 4v3, but the Drake does go over to the Bros, and T1 will just back away.
All right. Bro, early game.
Yeah, man, it's working. And honestly,
now he's going to get a stun at least.
Yeah. Crocker is just going to push Faker away. Grand Starfall now available for the Pantheon, as now Polo looking for an angle, but it's Owner that comes on through. He gets stunned up, though. The Arcane Storm comes down. Magnus Storm's there as well. It's Stormy here in this bottom lane as Faker gets into the back line. Croco goes down first. Polo second to follow. And T1 just wiped 2 off the map. They're just too clean.
That wasn't quite what I had in mind. Closer is the next target and the next victim.
Yeah, this gravity field is doing a lot of work, as we can see. Carrier is going to go down. The teleport from Morgan comes on in there, as now Faker looking to turn it onto Hype. Melee range with this Sylas is not where the Misfortune wants to be, as that bullet time, it was time for something else, I think, in that particular moment. Morgan's going to be able to take down Owner, though, and it makes it a little bit better there for the Bros.
It's like the gun that when you pull the trigger, a flag comes out, like in the mask.
Yeah. A ridiculous lead for T1.
No!
Now Faker also going to be face checking here. Croco and Polo there, closer with the damage, and this Sylas is going to try its very best to get out. It's not going to work. Bro also, I feel like, had an opportunity to play for that soul, but they just didn't really look interested. As now Doran, speaking of not being interested, he probably would prefer not to die here as the public execution does go down. Polu going to turn up there as well, and yeah, with Winter's Bite stacking up, down he will go. Concussive blows, sorry, as Morgan is going to be rewarded with. So it's likely going to cut open this mid lane as Doran looking for some of that needlework. Of course, you need to land it here to get all of that sustain that the Gwen does have. And Carry is moving up. Morgan just not going to quite find it here as he looks to try and dash away, but the Shattering Strike comes in and towards this bottom side. 2 minutes on the Dragon, so they don't have to deal with both of them just yet. As now Gumiushi could be in trouble. He has to flash to get out of the way of the Winter's Bite there, as well as now Owner might be paying for his sins. Morgan getting amongst it, and the Crescent Guard not quite working, but Croco also down extremely low. Guma takes so long to go down, but Doran, he's not immune. Neither is Carrier, and Faker realizing that he's going to have to cut his losses. This could just be Otacon time for the Bros. But they're going to move towards the mid lane instead.
Taking a gold lead.
T1 and Besser on that top side of the map to teleport in from the Gwen to start this one off. Gravity Well now on cooldown as in comes Morgan. It's a 5v5, it's going to be honest, but that Magnus Storm is so good, and the Bros are going down so low. Croco able to grab Soul Point, but can they actually stay alive in the fight? That's the question. Grand Starfall, and he just exits. All right, and they just call for the disengage.
Yeah, very close to dying anyways, but he is able to channel it and get away. Closer's going to clear this wave. Can he actually get the turret here?
Chain CC, Magnus Storm as they commit onto Hype, who has to flash very early in this fight. Owner dashing forward, but there's Polu with the save. Crescent Guard does come on down as now the rest of the cavalry will turn up. Owner, the first one to fall, is Hype using that Bloodthirster to get his health bar back. It's a good Deadly Flourish to try and save Carrier, but the Grand Starfall gets Croco in, and down he goes. I'm not entirely sure about that particular play as now T1 feeling like this is their opportunity, but Morgan gets into that backline as Gumiushi's in so much trouble. Still, so much burst damage onto him. And the Bros, they managed to take down Owner, but Croco, just in light of fairness.
I mean, they're trying to come over here. A big flank from Doran.
Yeah, and Faker actually had the Grand Starfall. The Bros trying to get back into position, and they may have bitten off more than they could chew. Closer trying to do what he can here with his AoE damage, but down goes Hype. Gumiushi stands his ground, and even though the gravity field is good, it's not good enough. It's a triple here for the Gwen as Carrier with some supportal combat against Polo. He gets the Gromp involved, and Gumiushi's delivered a kill. That is soul denial, and it's a bit soul crushing as well for the Bro Leavers.
It certainly is. T1 taking a significant gold lead off of this. Faker's already got his eyes on Baron Vision as well on the top side of the map as it looks, but they end up winning the subsequent fight. Now they're on Baron.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, well Croco is just going to get executed, and the Baron will go over to T1. Baron plays in T1. They're pretty good at it, and that is going to secure them that. And it's so T1.
Plus gold lead very likely.
Yeah, that's the danger. So far, haven't really picked up too much. Is now Hype able to sidestep very nicely. But Croco is fighting with Doran, and Doran is just fighting with the turret. And he's going to win that battle, as Croco going to have to flash over the wall. Hype with these auto attacks is pretty scary, and Faker having to go golden, but He's still going to die. And the Arcane Storm also pushing. Yeah,
What was that?
that's so unfair.
No, it just wasn't even necessary.
You just stand in front of him, man. As Tigon also a little bit upset about it, but that interruption from Polu, the president, might be making things happen, and the Lord decrees that it is time to get into the backline and win this game. The Gwen gonna go down, and Morgan is still up, pushing Faker away, but Faker does manage to take down Closer. It's a lot of the DPS now missing. Owner now as well. Win becomes Lightning, but he's getting hunted down.
Will Morgan find him? I think the answer is yes.
Yep, Kuma trying to escape, but the captive audience, Deadly Flourish, and he just does a lot. So, yeah, Morgan does get into melee range, but then what?
Yeah, he just gets rooted and then he can't hit.
He's looking pretty strong.
It's more about what he hits with his ultimate than what items he has, I feel, in this one. And it's going to require some setup. T1 have full vision control, and I don't know how much agency hype Croco and Morgan are really going to have here. This Baron is just gone.
Yeah, we don't have any scrying ability, and it's just going to get taken down. So the Bros, they're going to choose a different time to fight.
They just
Yeah,
go
but then
for a Hail
Croco is
Mary.
definitely just dead.
Yeah. And I mean, they denied him last time, so he's probably got bad memories and he doesn't want to do it. But I don't think there was much of an option there for Bro. But sit back and give Baron and let T1 win the game is not really the option I was looking for. Is Croco?
Yeah, he's going to have to flash, but he's probably dead. Yeah, and by probably, I mean definitely.
If you're going to be there, you might as well just hold the Baron pit.
Very true.
Do the work and start sieging up from forever away.
Yep. And there it is. Tower goes down. Ona goes in immediately as the Arcane Storm is down. Closer goes Golden. And now Hype in the back line has his GA pop very, very early in this one. Doran's running with scissors all over the place. And that is just so much, too much for the Bros to deal with. Croco goes down. Doran's underneath 2 Nexus turrets and just goes Golden and says, this is totally fine. They'll take these ones down, and T1 move to 1-0 in their match against the Bros, looking to get revenge for round 1.
There were certainly some shaky moments there, and Owner looks like he is very relieved. Doran, it's